Wow. That's all I can say as I start this video today is wow. We have a weekend. Today's Sunday the 24th, and we have a weekend that's been just jam-packed full of energetic stimulation, agitation, you name it, right? So we had the equinox yesterday on the 23rd. Libra season started on the 22nd. And this last week we've had a series of M-class solar flares and a couple of X-class. And we've also had some surprising CMEs and solar storms that came in that rattled us. That's probably what I would say. And then on top of that, there's these astrological retrogrades. So I know that just means like, blah, 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 blah. What was all of that? Because if you're not tracking it, it doesn't make sense to you unless you could hit or ping one of those things. So I'm going to say, hey, are you in sync with yourself? And have you noticed something different? So that's what we're going to call this video today. Are you in sync with yourself, especially during this chaos, right? Retrograde. Retrograde is when a planet goes back to, goes into a rotation that is not its normal rotation. It means it's doing something different. And when I look at those planets that are in retrograde right now, I made this list of Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, and Chiron. So when you just take one of those, Neptune, the depth, Uranus, the explosive, Jupiter, the expansion, Chiron, the wound, you can look at, oh, how many things am I actually being nudged, forced into dealing with right now, right? So before we get going, I just wanted to let you know this is Whitefish Lake. I'm at Whitefish Lake Lodge, and if you can see the ski hill right up over here behind, so as you go along, if the weather holds, you can start to see some snow up there as we as we go into the season of fall and winter. So when things are in their opposite order, they're asking us to do something different. I found an article by Alex Myles. Milt Foster and Pam Youngins on Facebook grabbed it, and Milt did a sort of an overview of the full article, and I think it's very, very good. It's a succinct list of what you might be feeling. So I thought what I would do first is go through point by point the list of what happens when all these planets go retrograde and we are having a, an electromagnetic disruption into our energy systems. Okay, so you might want to watch this video a couple times. You may even want to write these down, or just go to the article and copy and paste them. They're pretty phenomenal. Number one, so you're going to have a heightened awareness. Your intuition is going to be enhanced, and there's this increase in sensitivity. So that's the first thing that can happen. And for those of us who have felt like we've been doing that, this is where it comes in much more powerful, much stronger, right? The other I'm not going to number them. The next one is having insights that appear suddenly and seemingly out of nowhere. Like, oh, that's what's going on with her. Or, oh, if I do this, then that will happen. You know, these just wonderful bursts of clarity and insights. Next one. Revelations, intense dreams, nightmares. You know, the amount of dreams that I've had over this last weekend, and old dreams with people that I haven't thought about in years, just keep coming and coming. Next one, temporary memory loss, forgetfulness, or misplaced items. My granddaughter and I went to the park yesterday, and I went to go get in the car, and my keys weren't in my pocket, and I have never left my keys anywhere. I'm not one of those people who loses keys. So we had to re-walk the entire trail until we could find out where my keys dropped. I have no idea, but misplaced items is quite odd. Seeing or feeling energy such as orbs or sparks or flashes of lights, or sensing warmth on the palms of your hands, or chills going up and down your body, right? Something that says, whoa, something just happened. What was that? What is that? Noticing synchronicities such as certain number patterns, lyrics in a song matching what you're thinking about, replaying your thoughts, you know, in thought form, like, man, I really need to go to Target to get this and this, and then talking to someone who says, oh, I really need to go to Target to get, and half of the stuff on their list is what you have, right? And you go, some interesting things are happening right now. Being consciously aware of other people's energy fields and highly sensitive to negativity. So being around somebody and then actually like being repulsed or pulling back when you can feel that they're in a spin or they're in a negative place, and you're like, I don't think I want to be part of that right now, right? Feeling a desire to spend time alone for introspection. Now, we've been hermiting, we've been alone for a long time, yet the reintegration or the integration of all of these new skill sets coming on board, they're going to need some time, and we're going to need to take some space to make that happen. So yeah, it makes sense that we're going to spend some time alone, even if it's just for a couple hours, today, tomorrow, tonight, right? Spend some time and do some introspection. Like, look at this list and go, how many of these things have I actually been experiencing, right? Hearing certain sounds that others can't hear, such as voices or music or buzzing or bangs. The amount of pressured, this hair's driving me crazy. The amount of pressured buzzing in my ear over the last 2 to 3 days has been profound, absolutely profound. Hearing music and then looking out on the street and going, where's the music coming from? A little bit more than I usually do, a bit more unusual. This one I like a lot. Disrupted sleep and waking up at the same time every night between 2 and 4. The disrupted sleep is I'm in these deep dreams and then wide awake from 3 to 4 in the morning. This started about 2 weeks ago. Feeling disconnected from society's norms while recognizing the unbreakable connection to the energy of it. So like sort of I'm attached to it, I can feel the connection of it, but I'm also like, ooh, I don't want to do that role anymore. I don't want to play that game. I don't want to be that person. Feeling disconnected from society, I already did that. Knowing things without knowing how or why, or trusting in that inner knowing. So how do you know things? Where did it come from? How did you figure out this and then see it on the news? Like, how do you know that, right? Walking away from drama and conflict. Yeah, I have, stopped going to places where there's drama and conflict probably about a year ago, and it's even up bigger right now. No longer feeling the need to force anything, allowing what flows to flow freely, and letting what doesn't flow fall away. That has been my mantra since, I think, a lot of you who've been following me throughout the whole summer. Is that let it go. If it doesn't align with you, just let it flow away from you. No harm, no foul, just let it flow away. And the last one on this list is having visions, premonitions, or the ability to predict the future events and sensing great unrest, whether it is with a loved one or somewhere in the world, instantly. It means that you get a hit, like, oh, something's really wrong with her. Or, based on this news, I can feel something rumbling and I'm not sure what it is yet. And then you're waiting for the news to come out that says, oh, that this happened. Makes sense, right? So I'm going to put the link to Alex Myles' article in the comments on this video so that you have access to it. It's much more extensive than what I've been talking about, but I think this list is a really good way to sort of anchor in what's really going on with me this week, this fall, right? Because I believe that our clairs are coming online. Whatever these energetic, electromagnetic pulses are doing, they're opening up. We're blossoming. We're blossoming into skill sets that we've had, whether it's clairsentience, to feel, clairaudient, to hear, clairvoyant, to see, right? Or claircognizant, to know. All of the clairs are in my Indigo assignment book if you want to go find them. But we are blossoming. So I have 6 tips for you to do when you're looking at this list and when you're exploring how in sync am I with myself and what's going on right now, right? Number 1, you are not crazy. No matter what someone says, rolls their eyes, you know, when you try to talk about, hey, I'm having this dream or I'm having this feeling, is that regardless of what someone around you does, you are not crazy. You are having an experience that is not something that our normal culture knows what to do with, period. So stand up for yourself, stand up for your truth. This is what I'm feeling, this is what I know, this is who I am. Stand up. I also put another link in my Facebook page under Integrational Wisdom that was about that. I think you'll like that. Number 2, get curious. Read the article by Alex Myles. Chart it out. See what you've been experiencing and start to like identify and make it real. So what we do is we get out of the theory like, I wonder if what Denise is saying makes sense or doesn't make sense to me, but actually go down that list and go, what have I been experiencing maybe since the end of August, right? Okay. Number 3, reach out to others, other people. Find your people, find your tribe, find someone you can talk to about this, because I think it's really important that you can call. Like I've got a network, I've got a tribe of about 6 women, and they're all over the country. In fact, they're all over the world. One of them's in Australia, where I can go, are you having this? And she's like, yeah. And so we can talk about it, and so we connect and we communicate and we share with each other, and we go, so then if you're feeling it and I'm feeling it and we're feeling it at the same time, this is big, right? This is much bigger than we think it is. And so what it does is it deepens my relationship with myself. It deepens my relationship with my skills. It also deepens my relationship with my tribe, right? So reach out and connect to others. Number 4, grieve. Grieve the people, places, and things that are not in this new blossoming of yours. It makes sense. They're going to fall away, whether it's a partner, whether it's a family member or an entire family, a best friend. They can't go where you're going. You make them uncomfortable. And that's not personal. You can't stop this blossoming. They don't know what to do with it, so they're going to step back. Or you may need to step back because they keep telling you there's something wrong with you. So grieve the fact that this is actually happening and that there isn't a lot you can do about it, right? Number 5, create ways to implement this new energy into who you are, right? So you're starting to get information, you're starting to feel it. I don't know if you've noticed, but my videos in probably the last 8 to 10 of them have been much more relaxed, much more conversational, and much more vocal in my own sort of out there stuff about solar flares and what it is. That's what I'm talking about, is use this energy to define who you want to be as we move forward. And use it with creativity. Put it into your work, put it into your passion projects, put it into your relationships. Just harness it and take it and go somewhere with it. Do something with it because it's there for you, right? And then number 6, the last one, is to have compassion, because you are on a completely different timeline than most humans around you, right? You are on a trajectory that is open and full of energy and moving and flowing, and that is not our societal norm. So have compassion, because people are going to step back, people are going to step forward. Your life is going to take a new direction and form, and have compassion for what that is for you and for those around you. So this is the kind of stuff that I've been focusing on, as you know, for the last 2 to 3 months. And I'm offering individual sessions, so you could call and go, so I did the list. I need more information about this. Or I did the list and all of these are happening, so what do I do? We can do single sessions. We can do 4 packages of 4 to 6. We can do 3 months, 6 months containers. You just let me know how I can be of service, how I can assist you in navigating and integrating all of this. And if you want more information on me, you can find me at denisedryden.com. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week. Who knows what we're going to talk about then, but it'll be fun. Take care. Bye-bye.